The following text is adapted from William Wordsworth's poem Daffodils. In this poem, the author describes the feelings of joy and excitement when he witnesses a view of the daffodils in a field. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, the daffodils flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. Which choice states the main purpose of the text? Option A. To demonstrate the author's feelings of pleasure and thrill when he sees the long rows of daffodils in a field. Option B. To emphasize that the author does not enjoy any other view than that of daffodils. Option C. To reinforce that the sight of daffodils is pleasurable to everyone who watches them. Or option D. To explain that the memories of the daffodils fill the author with pleasure when he is otherwise in a serious mood. So take a look at the text here. The poem clearly talks about the daffodils by William Wordsworth. So the poem begins by stating that in a vacant or in a pensive mood, the daffodils flash upon that inward eye. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. So these are the two lines that clearly give us the main purpose of the text, right? So probably you could come up with the purpose of the text is to tell the readers that the daffodils reappear in his imagination and thoughts whenever he is in deep, serious mood. So that's the purpose of the text here, right? That's what we could understand from these lines. So let's take a look at the options now. Let's see which option would clearly illustrate on that. Option A. To demonstrate the author's feelings of pleasure and thrill when he sees the long rows of daffodils in a field. Now, A is clearly not the interpretation of the text because in the given lines, the author reminisces about the sight of daffodils he has seen earlier. And he also explains how that sight fills him with joy when he is very serious. So, option A can therefore be eliminated. Moving on to option B, to emphasize that the author does not enjoy any other view other than that of the daffodils. Right now, B is very, very extreme. That cannot be inferred from the text. It uses also very strong words. Right? You can't infer that the author does not enjoy any other view. Right? First of all, we don't know what do you mean by that other view. So option B can be eliminated. Moving on to option C, to reinforce that the sight of the daffodils is pleasurable to everyone who watches them. Right, so C is again incorrect because this is just the perception of others and everyone who watches them, right? We don't know what is the perception of others, right? So option C can be eliminated. Then moving on to option D, to explain that the memories of the daffodils fill the author with pleasure when he is otherwise in a serious mood. So D is the best answer because that is the most accurately states the purpose of the text, right? He explains William Wordsworth clearly explains how when he is in a very pensive mood or serious mood, right, the daffodils reappear in his imagination and fills him with joy. So D is the purpose of the text.